Narrated by Ibn Abbas. Sa'd bin Ubadah consulted Allah's Messenger peace be upon him saying, "My mother died and she had an unfulfilled vow." The Prophet peace be upon him said, "Fulfill it on her behalf." Narrated by Ibn Abbas. That the mother of Sa'd bin Ubadah the brother of Bani Sadah died in Sa'd's absence, so he came to the Prophet peace be upon him saying, "O Allah's Messenger peace be upon him. My mother died in my absence, will it benefit her if I give in charity on her behalf?" The Prophet peace be upon him said, "Yes." Sa'd said, "I take you as my witness that I give my garden al-Makrif in charity on her behalf." Narrated by Az-Zuhri. Urwa bin Az-Zubair said that he asked Aisha about the meaning of the Quranic verse, "And if you fear that you will not deal fairly with the orphan girls, then marry other women of your choice." Surah 4 verse 2-3. Aisha said, "It is about a female orphan under the guardianship of her guardian who is inclined towards her because of her beauty and wealth, and likes to marry her with a mahar less than what is given to women of her standard. So they, guardians, were forbidden to marry the orphans unless they paid them a full appropriate mahar, otherwise, they were ordered to marry other women instead of them." Later on the people asked Allah's Messenger peace be upon him about it. So Allah revealed the following verse, "They ask your instruction, O Muhammad, regarding women. Say, Allah instructs you regarding them." Surah 4 verse 127, and in this verse Allah indicated that if the orphan girl was beautiful and wealthy, her guardian would have the desire to marry her without giving her an appropriate mahar equal to what her peers could get, but if she was undesirable for lack of beauty or wealth, then he would not marry her, but seek to marry some other woman instead of her. So, since he did not marry her when he had no inclination towards her, he had not the right to marry her when he had an interest in her, unless he treated her justly by giving her a full mahar and securing all her rights. Narrated by Ibn Umar. In the lifetime of Allah's Messenger peace be upon him, Umar gave in charity some of his property, a garden of date palms called Thumg. Umar said, "O Allah's Messenger peace be upon him. I have some property which I prize highly and I want to give it in charity." The Prophet peace be upon him, said, "Give it in charity as an endowment with its land and trees on the condition that the land and trees will neither be sold nor given as a present, nor bequeathed, but the fruits are to be spent in charity." So Umar gave it in charity, and it was for Allah's cause, the emancipation of slaves, for the poor, for guests, for travelers, and for kinsmen. The person acting as its administrator could eat from it reasonably and fairly, and could let a friend of his eat from it provided he had no intention of becoming wealthy by its means. Narrated by Aisha. The following verse: "If a guardian is well off, let him claim no remuneration, i.e. wages, but if he is poor, let him have for himself what is just and reasonable." Surah 4 verse 6, was revealed in connection with the guardian of an orphan, and it means that if he is poor he can have for himself, from the orphan's wealth, what is just and reasonable according to the orphan's share of the inheritance.